Right. Right. Hello everyone. Welcome to Kampala Open Beach Finals 2024. My name is Ezeri Chidinma Grace, and I am your chair. With me, paneling is Collins Chinoso, Adungo David, Donkor Vctory, Hashim, Emmanuel, Churchill, and Harold Victor. I would like the members of the panel to kindly introduce themselves to everybody else, both the speakers and observers.
Hello everyone, my name is Adungo, David Oniogo. I'm privileged to be panelist for the finals. All the best to all the speakers.
Thank you, David. Dinoni, can you please unmute and introduce yourself? Or any other person who's ready to introduce, that's fine.
Okay, sure. Hello everybody. Donkor Vctory, one of your panelists for this final round. So I wish you guys all good luck and the best of speeches. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Collins Chinoso. I am one of your panelists for this final round. Good luck to all the persons that are speaking in this finals. And let the best public speaker win.
Thank you. Churchill, could you please introduce yourself? Churchill. I can see them on the call, but I just want to be sure that everybody is here, no network glitches, so that you don't miss out on any of the speakers' speech. So Churchill and Hashim, please unmute and introduce yourselves to the house.
Thank you, Diva. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you might be. Due to the fact that we have different time zones, Hashim Wangusa Abdulmajid Otahunga is my name, and I'm humbled to be part of the finals panel of Kampala Open Edition 2 Public Speaking Track. The best of luck to all the participants, and congratulations upon having come this far. Thank you very much, and the entire CAP and the panel, all the best.
Thank you, Hashim. Churchill? Churchill, are you here with me? David, Churchill, Emmanuel, and Harold are missing. Should we progress without them?
I have just gotten in touch with Harold. He's joining the call, but Mugambe doesn't seem to be online. I don't know. Same with Churchill. Let me just give them like a few minutes, and then I'll surely, if they don't appear, we can start, because I don't see why we can wait for them. But give me just a few minutes to join the call, then we'll get started.
Okay, have you moved the first speaker here? The person that will start the round?
Yes, the first speaker is ready here.
Alright. We'll just give them 2 minutes to get on the call. After that, we'll begin. Okay, I see Churchill. Churchill, can you hear me now? Please unmute and say something and introduce yourself to the house. Okay, Victor is here. Victor, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. I don't know if you can hear me.
Alright, I can hear you. Thank you. You're welcome. So introduce yourself. We can begin. Okay, I think you already know who you are. That's fine. I think we can begin now. I don't know what's wrong with your choosing network. David, please do me a favor of timing the speakers. It's from your speech. Doreen, if you can hear us, please unmute, introduce yourself, and begin your speech so David can time it.
Okay, before they unmute, this is how I'm going to be timing. I'm going to be running an external timer. So I am going to just interrupt the speaker when their 4 minutes are done. However, I'll indicate on the text space when they are remaining with 1 minute.
Alright, thank you very much. Doreen, the floor is yours.
I have a question to ask.
Yes.
Yes.
Are we allowed to say hi?
Of course, you are. Okay, shout out or something. Yeah, sure you are.
Okay. Good day, everyone. I greet you all. Anuo Doreen is my name, and I'm so happy that I have made it to the finals. I really want to say thank you to God because it has been His grace. And I also want to thank my mom because she has always been there to tell me that you can do it, you're the best. So I really appreciate her. And I also appreciate the judges who stood out to give me feedback and told me where to improve. I really appreciate that effort and what they've been telling me. And I'm really going to work hard to improve on that. But I really thank them for their feedback. I really appreciate. So I'll be starting my speech soon. All right. I hope I'm audible before I start the speech. Am I audible? Because I'll be starting soon. Let me start. When things become very tough, then act tough as well, but with conscience, knowing whether the route you take won't cost you with a price known as regret. I got to succumb to reality when the fifth trumpet brought the first terror. When the fifth angel blew the trumpet, I saw a star that fell from the sky to the earth. The angel was given the key to the shaft of the bottomless pit. When he opened it, smoke poured out as though from a huge furnace, and the sunlight and the air turned dark from the smoke. The locusts came from the smoke and descended on the earth. They looked like horses prepared for battle. They were given power to stink like scorpions. Then he said, it's time to judge, time to destroy them for their deeds. He looked at me with my family members and friends and said, you, come here. I went to him. He asked me a question that left me with no other choice but to stick to the choice I took. He asked me, what would you sacrifice in this world for the sake of purity and self-love? I had nothing else to do, so please bear with me. I had only one choice, either heaven if I told the truth or hell if I lied. So I had to tell the truth because even the Bible says, tell the truth and it shall set you free. I looked back to him with boldness in front of my family and friends and said, for the sake of purity and self-love, I would sacrifice my family and friends. With this choice that I took, I got to realize that all of us live our own lives. We are the authors of our own books. We have the ability to erase a page and bring a new one. Meaning we all know what is right and wrong. I took this choice because I can't pay a price for one's burdens for the sake of love. One has to be accountable for whatever they do. They can enjoy, but at a point in time, they will have to pay the price. It's also because I do not have to always play the good guy, and yet maybe the people I call family, friends, do not value my efforts. They see me as a stepping stone that they can use to reach success. So sometimes follow your heart and do something for yourself, because not everyone will be willing to sacrifice for you as you might be willing to do it for them. I took this choice because it has made me realize that I am the remote controller of my life. I get to press yes or no if I want to. I also get to be the picture perfect girl for them to see, or be the real me. And that is what I did because I chose to tell the truth. Trust me, this is the best choice that I have ever made. And if I was given a chance to do it again, then I would take the same choice. Just imagine heaven where you get to have eternal life, see walls built out of gold, or walk through gold. Where you get to meet new people that contribute to your righteous well-being. Where truth, support, honesty, joy. Jesus gave us a chance to redeem ourselves by dying for us. So it's our choice either to be the good authors that write meaningful pages of our books, or be those who will be waiting for others to sacrifice for them.
Sorry, are you done?
Yes.
Thank you very much. You have been a lovely speech. David, up to you now.
Allan is on the call. So Allan, you have 4 minutes. I'll only interrupt your speech when the 4 minutes are done. Whenever you're ready, you can start. Chair, over to you.
Thank you. Allan, I hope you can hear us. Please check if you're audible before you begin.
Am I audible?
Perfect. You may proceed.
All right, before I begin, I'd like to give special shout outs to my family for being there for me, for actually sponsoring me and participating in this competition. I also would like to thank my friends that have actually been there to support me, to actually encourage me to continue doing this and doing well. Then I'd also like to thank my judges and also my coaches, David, Harold, the defender of Gotham, Hashim, Victor, Enoch, and everyone. I really would like to thank you. Yeah. So is it okay if I begin?
Yes.
All right. I'll begin my speech in 3, 2, 1. Life is a matter of choices. and every choice you make makes you. These are words of John C. Maxwell that actually run in my head these days. At some point, I wonder if really my life matters. But all I say, it's a choice. 3 months ago, I happened to witness one of the most tragic murders in my community, committed by one that was most wanted by the government itself, the person that was making my whole community cry each night. And I happened to witness him murder one of my friends. But this is not it. What makes it worse is that he saw me, and that is when I knew it's finished. He grabbed me, he called me, he kicked me up, and he warned me, he gave me a serious warning. I even quote him. He told me these words: "Dare you say anything? Dare you say anything? I will look for you, you and your family. I will look for you. I will find you, and I will kill you." Those words scared the hell out of me. I even pissed for myself. He moved away. I also moved away, never spoke a word. But each and every time I heard cries from my community members, murders being committed by the same person, it really hurt me so much. My friends, some of them were dying innocently just because of this one person. And I really, really felt that I needed to do something. I knew I had to do it. But then I thought to myself, what if I tell them? If I don't, my people will continue dying. But if I tell them, then my family will die. My family will die, my mother, my father, my wife, my kids. Trust me, you people, love is interesting, by the way. Love is interesting. So losing people that you love, it's really, really bad. So I had to make a choice. I had to make a choice. And I knew I had to do it. I knew I had to do it. So I went on to the police. I reported him. And eventually they caught up to him, but he was killed. May his soul rot in hell. Let him die, yes. He died. They killed him in the process of arresting him. But that is not the sad truth. The sad truth is I lost my family, my mother, my wife, my children, the people I loved. And it really hurts me so much that I may have been the cause that they died. At some point, I feel like maybe I shouldn't have told them. Maybe we'd be happily living. But then again, I comfort myself and say, hey, they were innocent. We will meet in heaven. And since I told the truth, we will all meet in heaven. And I believe in honesty because honesty sets everyone free. And I believe once you tell the truth, be free and you'll go to heaven.
Thank you so much, Allan. I believe you are done.
Yes, I'm done.
All right, thank you. David is the next speaker here now.
No, not yet. I'm just pulling them. Just give me a moment.
Are they present?
Is here now. Chair, over to you.
All right. I'm so sorry if I butcher your name. Kerwegi, please, the floor is yours. Begin.
Okay. I think, yeah. Not to call the Lord.
Okay.
Thank you because. Yes,
Great.
please.
Before, what's the name of the speaker? You say your full name, apart from the K name that is hard.
My full name, Stephanie Kerwegi.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
So, can I start now?
Yes.
Okay. My speech will start in 3, 2, 1. Why must I sacrifice again and again and again that even in the afterlife they won't let me rest? I was only 8 years old when I called her my best friend. I loved her. She loved me. She was the sister I never had, akin to my own heart. We basically had one soul. Unfortunately, that changed nothing. I was only 9 years old when her brother offered me piano lessons. And I look back to that moment and I realize I should have said no. I was only 10 years old when he started touching me. Mommy and Daddy told me never to trust strangers. They should have told me not to trust family, not to trust friends. They wear the most pretty of masks, yet they are the vilest of villains. I was only 12 years old when he molested me. I told whom I could, and what did they say? Lunatic was what his parents called me. Better be behaved was what my mother told me. Liar was what my best friend called me. She was asking for it was what he said. What did she expect to happen was what his parents told me. I told you to keep quiet was what my father said. They silenced me at age 12. All because he was a minister's child. What did they tell the reporters during that press conference? Nothing happened. She's only asking for attention. Nothing really took place. She needs mental help. I was told to lie, to be silent, be quiet. I lost my humanity at age 12. I was only 16 when I started self-harming. No one cared. They found out, of course. What happened? Ignored, isolated, scorned, rejected, ridiculed for dying in depression, for dying in the flames that they started. I was alone from age 8, left to die at age 16. I was abandoned. And now that I'm here again, they expect me to lie and say I had a happy childhood, I had a happy family, I was this fictional human being that was living in a princess movie, that nothing wrong happened, that I have to sacrifice. After sacrificing my life, I have to sacrifice my afterlife for the people that left me, the people who rejected me, for the people that did this to me. No, not this time. This is the truth I bring to you. The truth that I was molested at 12, I was silenced, I was depressed, my parents should have been parents, my friends weren't friends. That is the truth. I will not lie about it any longer. As I summarize my final word, I am done being selfless. Call me selfish. I don't care. I choose to speak my truth. I hope to you, my dearly beloved family and friends, I hope
that hell's fire treat you as you did me. Thank you. All right. Thank you. David, is the next speaker available?
I'm going to pick it up right now. Just give me a moment.
Okay.
Chair, the speaker is in the call right now.
Harley Blessing is her name. You may begin.
So it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up to a horrifying sound in the living room. I rushed to the place, and OMG, it's death dressed up. My father is seated in the couch, stained with blood, and cash is on the table. I ask, did the deal go through? He says yes. And what was the cost? He kept silent. So for the last week, I have seen chickens get counted, yet the eggs were unhatched. A, a small Monday evening, Baziba came to our workshop. He was a man in his early 50s, but preferred the idea of being seen older than that. A conversation spun off from getting his wife a sweater band for her birthday. This, though, over the next 3 days, sprouted into a conversation that ignites the fire. One time he tells us about a fortune you get from just selling antiques. He tells us that he has just landed the best deal and he could actually get billions of money. So, at first we are skeptical. We don't actually believe him. But when he keeps calling and talking to his bosses and then bragging about the money, looking at better status, it's something that you have to believe at the end of the day. On a call one afternoon at the workshop, he brags about an enormous cash prize that he would get in exchange for a priceless antique bottle. He is over the moon. A curious whisker in the room asks him, and that's my mom, obviously. He is so excited and asks, what is this that you talk about? Baziba cannot just stop at telling us at how he gains so much money from selling antiques and how it's a to die for opportunity. My parents look at each other and obviously they take into to die for opportunity, a suddenly rich kind of situation, selling antiques. So for the last few days, the last few days have been normal. Nothing much, just Baziba rumored fiction. Just them keep saying that he's getting a lot of money. Not really a reality that we're saying. But one time he came over like a snake in love and told us that he has just landed the best deal in his life. He has just landed the best deal in his life. But still pressure don't just because they believe that Baziba got the money. Baziba, on the other hand, felt that he could masterplay them. You know, this one time he went to the antique shop behind my parents' back and tried to fake it, tried to get the money behind them. So it didn't work, but my parents took that as a lesson. So the whole grass to grace made becomes Queen seemed to be something that was fake over time. Until last week. We got the antique, it was real. I saw my parents tappering with Baziba on who should actually take the money. Well, the next I just gotta say it's nasty to say. Mom says it was accidental. Dad says he just wanted self-defense. I don't even know what to say. So at my parents' trial, I stand with a difficult choice to make. Lie that Baziba died in the event that my parents try to save themselves from him, yet it's the other way around. Or say the truth, and my parents will have to go to prison, and this will cripple my siblings' future, my future, everything that I know. But then what makes the situations even worse is just before I entered here, a man came to me and he was like, I don't know you, I don't know who you are, but I just come in with a message from God. Do the right thing or go to hell. So I stand in to make a decision. All I need to do is make a decision whether to do what is right or what is wrong.
Your time is up.
Thank you, David. Is the next speaker in the room?
No, not yet. Let me call them. Miracle is on the call.
Okay, Miracle, the floor is yours. Proceed.
Okay. I'll start with giving shout out before I go into my speech. I would love to give shout out to my family who took excuse from hell to be here, my friends who as well did so, and my debate club who groomed me, and my coach who should be here, but I don't think she's streaming. So thank you very much, Mirabel, for grooming me. And I'll start my speech in 3, 2, and 1. While I was growing up, my mom would, anytime I told a lie, I would have to choose from 3 options. Either I get beaten, stabbed, or knocked on the head. So imagine I tell lies 3 times a day. I either get stabbed 3 times, flogged 3 times, or get conked 3 times. Now, I do not want to get knocked, get conked, or anything. So I would say the truth and nothing but the truth. But before I say the truth and nothing but the truth, I would like to tell you why I would say the truth and nothing but the truth. I was groomed by my mom in a way where I don't tell lies. I don't do anything that looks like, I don't do anything that look like telling lies. If not, like I said earlier, I get to choose from 3 options. Now, being in hell would make, if I go to hell, I get to be beaten. She would always tell me that, you this girl, I am grooming you so that you don't tell lies, you don't go to hellfire, so that, in hellfire, they beat you, they would stab you, they would pierce you, they would pluck out your eyes, and you won't die. So all this she kept telling me, and to be sincere, I don't want to experience all that. It's so scary. I don't want to experience it. It's something I do not want to experience at all. But when she wants to flog me, after flogging, she was correcting you to get to heaven. Heaven's streets are made of gold. There is no hunger there. You will see that there are lots of manna there. And I've only heard of manna in the Bible, so I want to taste one now. She will always tell me that there will be no hunger, no taste, nothing. But if I lie, I will go to hellfire and I will get starved and I'll get tasty, but no water. No, I don't want to be in hell. And that is why I said the truth. That is why I said the truth, audience. I said the truth. Now, what is my truth? The truth is, I I had a one night stand with my dad, and 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 I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Now that I have said the truth, I am on my way to heaven, and I think I like it here. I like it. The streets are made of gold, really. I like it here. I like it. I said the truth and I like it here. Thank you.
Well, that's an interesting turn of events. David, is the next speaker available?
Oh, Chair, before I call in the next speaker, I'm still traumatized. I need to first heal.
Ah! This shit is not real.
Okay, but the next speaker is kind of delaying. That is Jazmine. She's not in the speech lounge.
Wow. Kampala
okay.
debate open.
These people are not normal. That's okay.
I don't regret all.
Can we have just Jazmine had some issues doing the semis. So let's just take the next person. Mahoro
Jazmine.
Git was
Jazmine is on the added down the call. I've added Jazmine on the call, so she's here.
Alright, perfect. Miss Jazmine, please proceed with your speech. And please don't traumatize her. Thank you.
Jazmine, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you. Try exiting and rejoining the room again because we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you, dear.
Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Oh my
you are.
god.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
audible. Please proceed.
Okay. Am I supposed to give shout outs? Wait, after.
If you want to.
Alright. Okay. I'll just start my speech. How many of us have had the chance to grow up in lovely families? You've had the chance to grow up around lovely people. You've had the chance to have amazing friends by your side. Well, my family is one that is very welcoming, very hospitable, very friendly, very lovable. These are the type of people you'd want to keep in your life. The type of people that always checked on you to see how you were doing, picked you up from school and asked you how was your day. In fact, if there was an issue in the community, they wouldn't need to be called to come and settle it. They would be there on time to make sure things were all right. And as for my friends, the type of people who became family as well, I call all of them family because they've been so great in my life. These are the type of people who are always there to support you in everything. Well, that's the family, and those are the friends I wish I had. I'm that delusional that that's the explanation of friends and family that I give, yet I never received even a percentage of that. My family, they were the ones that caused chaos in the community. My friends, they are more of enemies actually, but they still got the title since they weren't as bad as my enemies. So when I was caught between having to stay faithful to the one person who loves me, having to stay faithful to the one thing I believe in, and I believe that that's the only thing that has ever reciprocated the energy I've ever given, my religion, God. I chose to tell the truth, whether they died or not, or well, they did. But I chose to tell the truth because that truth would lead me to heaven so that I could finally be next to someone who actually loved me. And not God alone, the strangers I found on my way back to school, the strangers I found while I was growing up, they're the ones who asked me, how was your day? You have bruises on your face, what happened? And I couldn't tell them that the bruises were from my mom slapping me because I existed in her house. The reason I chose heaven was because I would finally meet the strangers. I would be next to the strangers that were perfect enough that I wanted to meet them in heaven. These people I met for about 2 seconds or even less are the people that made me who I am. The people that stood by me and taught me how love felt. So when I got the chance to finally be around that energy only, I didn't think twice, but rather to respect my beliefs and actually get next to the people that loved me. What about speech?
Okay, Chair, I think I'm going to be bringing in the next speaker. And I just want to say this. If Rin was not streaming, people would not believe us after the finals.
Yeah, the stream is my evidence for FBI and Interpol to come and arrest some of you all.
Okay, Chair, Mahoro Gift is on the call.
Wonderful. Gift, the floor is yours. Gift, please.
Gift, it is your turn. Kindly unmute and start your speech. Gift, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you. Try exiting and rejoining the call again.
now audible.
Yes, you are audible. You can start whenever you're ready.
All right. So thank you so much, KO, for this great opportunity. It's been a learning experience, especially for me. Shout outs to my mom and dad who have been there for me, supporting me in my career, my friends, Arnold, Evas, Jay, my O level school, St. Mary's, especially my patron teacher, Kid Moses. And above that, my role model and inspiration, especially in terms of public speaking, Adu. So I'll be starting my speech in 3, 2, and 1. October 2022, such an indelible month. I can never forget how it almost claimed my life. On the 5th of that month, I moved out of my chemistry paper 2, extremely weak, so Shin and Gisa supported me to my room to rest. I shut my eyes. And the next thing I saw was my mom's worried face and my dad calling out for a doctor. I realized I was in an ICU in a hospital I could not recognize. How do you think I got there? And why do you think I couldn't recognize the place? I had always fallen sick, but why was it a different place? Well, for most of you, it's easy. It's easy to tell a lie just to get through a small push towards a wall, but think twice before doing it for your mom, your dad, or even your best friend. Well, I acknowledge heaven is kind of place any mortal would run for, especially after a long, chaotic, and tiresome journey of life. And personally, being a Christian, I have given up a lot to be worthy of it, and it's supposed to be my reward, honestly. I fear hell. I'm scared of fire. I can't even touch a candle flame. But then hell? Why would I choose hell over heaven? But then there's one thing that keeps me back. What about my dad, my mom, my little brother Jaden, Sheena? They have all been there for me. How will I be able to live without them? They have contributed to me being a good girl despite their sinful nature, honestly. I cried with Sheena when my cat died. Jaden always makes me happy. Dad, he has always put my desires before his, and mom doesn't think twice before buying a Christmas dress for me before she makes her hair. Can't remember a time they have left me in a problem alone. Can't remember a time they have left me to suffer. They have put aside all their desires and looked at my happiness first. You see, I have lied to them sometimes, but they could still get the courage to forgive me. Why wouldn't I choose a lie? You see, I choose a lie. I choose hell. I choose hell. When I regained consciousness, I asked my mom what was happening. She shed a tear. The first I had ever seen from her eyes, even when she had been through a lot more. My dad came towards me and gently placed his hand on my head and said, "You'll be fine." I remained in that state of confusion for about 3 weeks until I returned to school. Gisa could not even hug me. She cried. Shida told me all that had happened, how I fell unconscious next to my bed, how they struggled to carry heavy meat that weighs over 67 kilograms to my dad's car. I think it was even a work day. He might have been working, but he had to skip everything and come for me. I imagine the kind of tension I had created amidst my friends' exams. Remembering how much they prioritize their education, those nerds. I have had a lot of ups and downs, like many of you. But I get up
Speaker,
only
your time is up.
why wouldn't I go for help for someone that has been through hell for me? Thank you so much.
All right, Chair, I'm finding it hard to find the eighth speaker. That is Andile Mpande. I don't know if she's already on the call here, but I don't see her in the lounge. I've tried to communicate in the WhatsApp group as well.
The eighth guys in my DM. She says she's low on Wi-Fi. Let me see if I can ask her to come now. I am on WhatsApp and she's low on Wi-Fi. I don't really know what to do for her. Very sad.
Okay, since it is the finals, this is what we're going to do. Let us go with those that are there. And if possible, she'll drop her speech for us and we listen to it. She has come so far. But let us first handle those that are here on the call and then we'll see what we do.
Okay, so she will drop her speech later, yeah? Alright, while I respond on WhatsApp, the next person is Nekesa Samantha. I think that's Andile that is supposed to be speaking it. So let's have Samantha while we wait for Andile. David, can you add her, please?
I think I've added Miletus. Miletus, can you just exit again? I'm really sorry for adding you. I'm supposed to add Samantha. I'm really sorry for that.
So is the person here now?
Miletus is here. Miletus is here.
Not Miletus. Samantha.
Samantha is still in the lounge.
Please go call her. She will speak before you.
I have added Samantha on the call. I don't know if she's inside. I've added her on the call.
All right. So Samantha, speak why Miletus should go and wait in the lounge. So Samantha, please. Samantha.
Samantha, if you are on the call, we cannot hear you. Kindly work on that. Try exiting, then rejoining the call.
David, is it possible to add the speaker that is available? I do not think she should be wasting our time getting late to If she's not ready, please add Miletus. Let's get on with it.
Alright, give me a second to do that. Chair, I think Miletus is on the call.
Correct, Miletus. Thank you, David. Miletus, if you can hear me, please unmute. Signify that you can hear me, then begin your speech. Miletus.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having network issues here. I don't know if I'm clear.
You're very much clear. Please begin.
Yes, please. If at any point I am not, or you lose me, I won't be looking at the chat space due to some reasons. So. Okay. Thank you very much. I start my speech in 3, 2, and 1. What tears the soul as badly as the tussle between love and duty? What tougher choices can one make? But I look into the eyes of weeping fathers and sail into the voices of wailing mothers, and therein lies my answer. I gaze at ashes into which this land has been turned, and therein I find my answer. I see the souls of 50,000 men butchered at the gates of the great palace, and therein I find my answer. I search within me for every strand of vein that makes me human still, and therein I find my answer. I tell the truth to this council of judgment, as duty charges me and the gods require. Since death is certain for my entire family, I shall accept this offer of acceptance to the abodes of the gods if I tell the truth. I will save myself from the torture of hell after death, save myself from maggots that creep into eyes and sulfur that burns on dying flesh. I will tell nothing but the truth, and this is the truth. My father is a spiteful man. He murdered Emperor Ghastly Katori in his sleep and butchered his entire family, all while my mother and siblings sent out their dragons to Emperor Ghastly's bannermen to devour them. To make matters worse, my father, with the help of my 2 friends, Gallo and Sierra, murdered all who had even remote claims to the throne, including their children and their children after them, taking babies from the arms of wailing mothers and adolescents from the fields on which they grazed their cattle. During the war that ensued in protest of the carnage, my family and their allies at the time gathered their armies, dragons, and mercenaries to butcher all the soldiers that fought for the truth. After that, they slaughtered the families of these soldiers after raping their daughters and their wives. On the day of his coronation, my father said to all present, and I quote, "The heavenly council of judgment shall descend upon us soon. Anyone who dares to appear to defile me or my house shall have no further lines of families spared in this life. And who dared defy the great beast cranking?" But he forgot how quick words we utter are to ricochet back to us. Before this council of judgment, I have stepped forward, the last son of a house so desperate for power, a fighter for justice and peace, a flag bearer for the oppressed and the weak, to make this one true sacrifice for the realm and for myself. I will die along with them as their son and brother and friend, but I will rest in heaven where I belong, as I have been so graciously offered, and they would rest in their home. You must wonder why I failed to protect my family. I can hear the whispers. You call me the man who ends his name, the monster with no fealty, the selfish bastard. But I am only a man trapped between waves of good and evil. There's an entirely stormy universe inside my head, but every moment of my life, I try so hard to slip in as much good as I can. And right now is one of such moments. One of the moments where I assure the universe and the gods that in willing the inception of my family, it did not make a ball perfect with darkness and bile. And oh, I love them. Oh, so dearly I love them. I love them just almost as much as I love myself, but I am a different person now. I'm not the Miletus of birth. I'm a different kind of human. The type that has the blood of over 100,000 Assyrians flowing in his veins, blood of people I have promised to give a voice to give a cuddle to, people I have promised to keep away from the mouth of a blade or the fire of a dragon. I swore to myself to find peace for all the mothers who lost your sons and fathers who lost your daughters and children left bare to scorch in the sun. And this is me fulfilling that promise. It is a battle of raging, a tug of war, and the numbers are winning. Thank you. Please, I need to be sure I was audible. Was I audible? Sure.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Last call for Samantha. Are you here, Samantha? Please give me speak.
I see Samantha in the call in the lounge, so let me go and pick her up, and I want to ensure if she's audible before she comes here.
Great.
Chair, I think Samantha is not audible at all, so I would suggest that Doreen stops the stream and then we'll see what
Hold on, if she's server muted.
No, she's just having network issues because even when I joined the call, she just exited automatically. So that can simply mean that it is network lagging at its best.